And so my first question is like, I want you guys to like tell me about Ragdoll and what was it about this project that made you say, yes, I have to be a part of this?
Thalissa was already in it. I was feverishly auditioning and she was pretending not to care whether I got the part or not. I had known Freddy for a long time. I'd also bullied him into letting me audition, and he was also similarly cool and acting like he didn't really want me to get the part as well. So I was receiving a cold shoulder on all sides, really. And that quickened my resolve, Sarah. It quickened my resolve. And I said, I will crack the case, by which I mean get in the show. And no, I thought it was very funny. And, you know, every page that I turned took me in a slightly different direction. I feel like there's so many different genres that the viewer is getting to watch. It's like getting to watch, it's like not only getting to binge a series, but getting to binge like, you know, 7 different types of series in one show. Yeah. And that's what it was like for me when I was reading it as well. That's like, it read like that on the page. He writes really brilliant stage directions as well. So like as an actor, when you read scripts, there's a whole spectrum of scripts that are, you know, range from quite bland to read, and Freddy's are so rich and entertaining. So, but I knew that anyway, because I'd worked with him many years ago. So I was hooked. It was a show that I would love to watch. And the fact that I could be a big part of it was a no-brainer, even if Thalissa was playing it cool.
Thalissa, what about you? What was it about? Like, I'm in, give it to me.
I mean, I've spoken about how much I love Baxter's humor so much. I think the fact that she just loves to smoke and doesn't like kids from the first few pages that I read was like, this is something that I haven't been able to play before. I think I played people that are quite much softer than Baxter was at the beginning. And then the further I read, the more I realized that actually it was this sort of hard front that she was having to put on for so many layers of being in her position and her style of work. But just simply, yeah, I mean, Freddy's writing was extremely entertaining. I just didn't put the pages down when I first got the script. I was the first to be cast, so I was absolutely no idea who I was going to be acting with, but which is sometimes scary because you're like, what genre is this? Because I'm a nobody, and they better get some people that people actually know so that they'll be able to sell the thing.
And then she heard my name and she was even more.
And then I heard Henry's name and was like, maybe I should pull out. Yeah. No, but it was just, there was also so much about London. I love the fact that this was also set in London and now, and it felt very current, even though we were in this kind of dystopian sort of retro analog world.
I love, like, because true crime, so many people love crime shows and crime dramas and crime documentaries, crime books, which this is based on. Did you guys happen to read the book, and how true is the show staying for book fans?
I think the essence is all there, like all the kind of the kind of key ingredients and the flavors. But obviously Freddy wanted to, I can't speak on his behalf, but the sense I get is that he wanted to structure it differently, obviously, because we're doing 6 parts of TV rather than pacing it out for a novel, and the novel is, you know, it's quite a chunky one. So he kind of smashed it apart and put it back together again. Lake Edmunds, who's played by Lucy Hale, is a man in the book. So I started reading it. Thalissa started reading it. And then we both started to get a bit confused. And then it was pretty close to shooting. And I said to Freddy, look, I just want to know, I wanted to be a good student. So I was like, I am persevering with the book, but I'm getting a little confused. And he was like, you're going to get more confused, buddy. So
I will think, because I watched the first 2 episodes and so much happens, because it's not just crime. It's the characters very much involved. It's very much a character-driven story, and I'm like, this flashbacks and forwards, and there's a lot of pieces. So people hold on.
I know. What do you think, Sarah? I mean, like, because I could not believe how much happens in the first episode alone. I felt like I was watching an entire series.
Yes.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
and then there's snooker balls floating backwards, clocks going backwards.
Yeah, I watched both episodes twice because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, because it felt kind of, you know, like Game of Thrones heavy in a way where you're like, so much is happening, so many characters are introduced, but I'm in. I think it's
great.
So
Great.
are there things from your characters that that are gonna stick with you, or any pieces of yourself that you put into them?
I stole Freddy's jacket, the writer, and used it as the character's jacket, and I wouldn't mind having that jacket, actually.
It's a really nice jacket.
Yeah, I felt like it was pretty classic, and to be honest, once the show's been on television, it might be a bit weird if I'm walking around wearing the jacket. So I feel like I've got a small window in order to really rock that jacket without looking like a bit of a weirdo. So I'd like to take advantage of that.
Please do.
Thalissa, you are iconic. You are iconic.
My driving got better. I'm not a keen driver. I had an accident a long time ago, but it made me like really nervous to drive Lucy Hale. It's probably quite expensive. But it was great. I got a really fast car and leather seats, heated. Wish I could
Thalissa, would your advice for people that want to improve their driving to be get the lead role in a AMC TV series? Does that apply to anyone?
Yeah, it might help you with your insurance. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Do that.
It's a masterclass.
I love it. You guys are so
well. They
funny.
also shut the roads off for you, so you don't actually have to drive with other drivers. So I would say if you don't like driving, yeah, shut all the roads off in London, and then you'll be better. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about telling this story? Was it just working together? Because just talking with you right now, you guys are so fun. You play best friends on the series. Were you guys? I know you seem to know each other beforehand.
It's all an act. It's all an act. It's scripted.
It's all scripted. I'm reading off an auto cue, and
yeah,
if it gets
AMC's
behind,
typing something
then
about,
I don't
Henry
know
Lloyd.
what to say.
Lovely man.
Yeah, you know, like Thalissa and my characters are we're completely enmeshed. I feel like I mean, I don't know how soon it was into the show where I stopped counting how many scenes we'd had together. Do you see what I mean? It's like, you're like a couple of weeks, you're like, hey, we've done 10 scenes. You're like, wow, high five. And you're like, I don't think I've ever done as many scenes with another actor, ever.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I feel like we did 200 scenes.
And also always surprised by Henry's choices and very, very impressed. I mean,
sometimes I would speak in French.
Sometimes Bruno. No, but I genuinely real talk now. I mean, is a very intelligent actor, and I didn't have to think about I need to, shift the way that I think I should perform this part because it doesn't make sense to me. It was just very easy, and it felt almost improvisational in the way that we could just bounce off each other. I mean, the pace of it, as you said, it goes at a lick, but even the comic timing that this guy has was just very much my taste. It was just really easy.
I love it. Well, I have been given the boot, you guys. Thank you so much. This has
Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for watching.
Send me some of that wallpaper.
You got it. You got it.
Turn it into pants, meaning trousers. Or pants.
Turn it into knickers, meaning knickers.
Yeah, exactly.